One of the best known combination tricks in Monster Jam has to be the bicycle into Moonwalk. First performed by Weston Anderson, and popularized by his brother Ryan Anderson, the combo features two extremely difficult stunts, which means performing them in the 10 different Monster Jam video games is gonna be a huge undertaking. But having as much experience as I do performing challenging stunts in these games, I'm hoping I can make it happen. So without further ado, let us begin. Monster Jam Maximum Destruction. If you've watched any of my other videos where I've recreated stunts in this game, you'll know that this game really doesn't have any stunts. We can do simple jumps and donuts and freestyles, but no bicycle nor moonwalk is going to be possible here. Maximum Destruction's focus is on the truck versus truck combat mode, and that is what it does best, not stunts. So no, we cannot do a bicycle to moonwalk in Maximum Destruction. Monster 4x4 Masters of Metal. I went into this one with a lot of hope. Despite freestyle not really being the main focus of this game either, many stunt modes are featured, and there is plenty more tricks here than the prior entry. Among these tricks is both the bicycle and the moonwalk, so you would think we'd be all good to go, right?
Lateral equilibrium.
Well, almost. You see, the issue is that when pressing the reverse trigger while moving forward in a bicycle, the truck first comes to a complete stop before then moving backwards. Because of this, I can't exactly combo my bicycle directly into a moonwalk. I would say the closest I got was when I somehow managed to stay in a bicycle after stopping, and then my truck managed to reverse into some sort of one-wheel stoppie.
Equilibrium.
For the purposes of this video, however, I will not be counting that. And so, I have to conclude that it is not possible in this game either. And looking forward, the combo isn't even possible in any of the games that were made by Activision. In the 2007 Monster Jam game, bicycles are simply not possible, and this also goes for its sequel Urban Assault. Then there's Monster Jam Path of Destruction, where you can sort of balance the truck into a bicycle for a moment, but this game has the same problem as Masters of Metal, where our truck will come to a complete stop before going into reverse for the moonwalk. Alright, so clearly Activision had no intentions of making this kind of stunt possible, but what about the two Gamemill Monster Jam releases? Well, not too much better. The 2015 game Monster Jam Battlegrounds has no bicycles, and from what I could gather, no moonwalks. 2016's Monster Jam Crush It is an abomination of a game. So no, you can't do a bicycle here either. We've made it 7 games without one success. Sure, we came close on Masters of Metal, but other than that, things look very bleak. But there might just be a smidge of hope for our next game. Monster Jam Steel Titans. Now this is a game that took its stunts seriously. Pretty much any stunt you've seen a rail truck perform is featured in this game, which of course includes the bicycle and the moonwalk. But the big question is, can we combo them together? Well, to answer this question, I selected Gravedigger and headed into a stadium. One of the first things I noticed was how much more difficult it was to perform a bicycle and balance it when compared to Masters of Metal. Furthermore, converting this into a moonwalk would prove to be quite the challenge. But after some failed attempts, I managed to get this. This was clearly more of a bicycle into a stoppie into a moonwalk, but I would still say it counts. Take that, son of a digger. Now for Monster Jam Steel Titans 2. Surprisingly, I had a slightly harder time with this one. The changes from the previous game must have somehow made it more difficult to stay in a bicycle. Oftentimes, I would get my two side tires off the ground, but then plop down immediately. Either that, or I would completely fall on my side. After a few minutes, I found a small ramp that seemed perfect for setting up bicycles. After pressing my tires against said ramp, I managed to get a very solid bicycle, but would I be able to convert it into a moonwalk? Well, almost. I did get my truck into a stoppie for a moment, but for whatever reason, my truck proceeded to lock up as if someone shut me down. Kind of annoying. Nonetheless, I gave it a handful more tries before this happened. Finally, Monster Jam Showdown. This game has a different publisher than the previous games, but yet we still have the same stunts and more. Also, it's much easier to hold a bicycle in this one. So much so that I actually did one for over an hour and a half one time. But for our bicycle to moonwalk, the main trouble I had here was getting just the right amount of speed on my bicycle so that I would have enough momentum to push my truck into the nose wheelie position, but not so fast as to tumble over onto my roof. After just a few attempts, I finally managed to get my balance just right. Well, we've made it through all the games, and these are the results. It's pretty clear the later games emphasized real-life stunts much more than the earlier entries, and I have a feeling that is how these games will continue to be. But that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and go check out this video where I attempted to do a double backflip in every Monster Jam game. Goodbye.